Hey, this is Evans at Motorcycle.com, and I am here in Mallorca, Spain to sample this most excellent 2019 Triumph Speed Twin. Now this is a pretty cool bike. It's based on the Triumph Thruxton, but what they've done is they've lightened it quite a bit. It's 22 pounds lighter than the Thruxton, and where they got that from was they took the Thruxton engine and they lightened the clutch. They put a magnesium cam cover and other lighter covers on it and went through the entire bike to make it lighter. The frame is all new, mostly to allow the seat and the fender to be fit to it, but while they were doing that, they made the lower portion of the cradle aluminum instead of steel for weight savings. The wheels themselves are lighter, and what that does is the front wheel is 6.6 pounds lighter, and what that does, you have less rotational mass. And that means you have less inertia when it's time to turn in. It makes side-to-side transitions much easier. So what does this all mean when you get out on the road? Well, compared to the Thruxton, the Speed Twin has a much more upright riding position. It's got a handlebar based on the Speed Triples, so your upper body is upright, yet just canted far enough forward to deal with the wind blasts, and it's a good position to be able to negotiate winding roads. Okay, when it comes to the lower body, the foot pegs are 34 millimeters further forward and 4 millimeters lower, and that really relaxes the legs. I have 32-inch inseam, and I've been comfortable all day, which means it's a much more relaxed riding position on the legs. Your feet are right under you, so you can absorb bumps and spend more time in the saddle. It's less of a cafe racer-ish ride. So you get out on the road, you're in this nice, comfortable riding position. You've got 3 ride modes: rain, road, and sport. And I'm a real stickler for abrupt throttle, and I gotta tell you, the sport mode is spot on. In all of these winding roads, I've never been here before, so I'm on and off the throttle mid-quarter, I'm changing lines. The throttle is direct and snappy, but not abrupt. I'm able to hold neutral throttle, I'm able to roll it off or roll it on, whatever I want for the conditions I'm in. Around town, the lower gears and in the lower RPMs are a little abrupt, so then what I did there was I switched to road mode, and it was perfect. Handling. We're on some really windy roads, and again, like I said, I've never been here before, and the turns aren't marked, so sometimes I'm getting into the corner and discovering it's a decreasing radius turn, or I've got another quick S coming up, and the side-to-side transitions with these lighter wheels really makes a big difference. Now, I can't do a direct comparison to the Thruxton because I haven't ridden it, so I can only say about what I felt, and that is the side-to-side transitions are easy, quick. I'm able to change lines. It's very nice. Some of the other riders who have ridden both say that this bike feels sprightlier and that the Thruxton feels heavier, but you'll have to take that with a grain of salt because it's not coming from me directly. The brakes, they're Brembo axial mount brakes. I really like them. They've got great initial feel. The initial bite is not too abrupt. You can build up pressure really well and know exactly what's going on in the front end. I've been surprised a couple times by these corners, and so I've been able to brake while leaned over and have supreme confidence that I was getting the feedback from the front end. The suspension, I know this will be an issue with some people. It's non-adjustable in the front, and in the rear is adjustable for preload only. You can start winding now. I'll give you a moment. Okay. Now, what I want to say is, in most riding situations, it works pretty darn well. The roads here have been pretty smooth, but we've hit some rougher spots, and it's handled the bumps pretty well, only occasionally feeling overly stiff as it goes through the stroke. It feels like it's a little bit harsh in places, like it's not allowing the bike to move enough through the stroke. Because initially I thought it was a little bit too much rebound, but then after talking with some of the other guys and discussing it with them, we sort of came to the conclusion that it was actually that maybe it was stiff in both directions, stiff on compression and a little bit overly stiff on the rebound, which makes it sort of roll over the bumps and transmit them to the rider. What do I think about this bike? I think that they've done a really nice job of placing the Speed Twin smack dab in the middle between the Thruxton and the T120. This is a sportier ride than the T120. The riding position is not as demanding as on the Thruxton. And you'll be happy to know that the weight was not the only thing reduced on this bike compared to the Thruxton. The jet black version of the Speed Twin checks in at $12,100. This two-tone silver and the two-tone red are just $500 more, so that's $12,600 compared to the Thruxton, which is $13,000. So all in all, I think Triumph has done a great job of making the riding position much more comfortable compared to the Thruxton and increasing some of the real-world performance characteristics of the bike, all for $12,100. And I'm sure I've left something else out, so you're gonna have to go to the story and read my words to find out the full story on Motorcycle.com.